Hello, everyone, and welcome to Morey Courts. Alongside Austin Chastain, I'm Nick Toner. We're here again for another season of Laker basketball here at Morey Courts. The Mid-Michigan College Lakers are hosting the Alma College Scots, the JV squad. So, what do you got for us on teams tonight, Austin? What do you think we're going to look for?
Well, this is going to be a fun game to watch, I think. Where the Lakers had a shot to win it, but just kind of fell apart at the end. And then a game against Bryant and Stratton and last weekend. That one was on Saturday. It just got outplayed and lost by 6. So I think this is a revamped Lakers squad from what we saw last year. Because I think the team we saw
3 returning starters that I can gather.
Correct, and those returning guys, Mekhi McCombs, Satchel Love, Asher Bisman, actually Caden McGillis is part of that. So there's 4 returners of last year's squad that admittedly struggled. So I think it's a revamped and re-energized Mid-Michigan College men's team.
Yeah. So what players should we look out for? Who do you think? Who's the stars that we're looking to carry this Laker game tonight?
Well, it starts with Jaden Sims. He's one of the new guys, a 6'3", 150-pound sophomore guard out of Toledo, a Siena Heights transfer, played there for a year, obviously, and then came here to Mid-Michigan. Quantify him as a stud. I mean, he's just one of those guys that scores a lot of points, distributes the basketball. He's one of the leaders. One of the returners to look out for is Mekhi McCombs. He's one of those guys that came in off the bench a lot last year, actually started quite a few games as well. But he's another one of those playmakers, again, distributes the basketball really well. Who are some other guys? DeLon McLeod from Kentwood. He's a 6'2", 195-pound freshman. Solid contributor. He's played a lot of minutes. Satchel Love, of course, the big man coming back again this year. 6'7", 210-pound sophomore plus with the COVID year out of Detroit.
You know who I'm excited for is JaVale Lewis being back in a Laker uniform. He left a year for Northwood, ended up getting hurt, so he stayed on a red shirt, didn't even play, so he kept his eligibility. Now he's back here with the Lakers. Man, can I tell you some things about JaVale Lewis. Huge on the defensive end. I'm talking block shots and big-time rebounds. And also on the offensive end, he's skilled enough to put the ball in the hoop. So, big addition, in my opinion, for the Lakers.
Absolutely, and he's going to contribute big time as a forward. That 1-2 punch with him and Satchel Love up in the front court. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great, hopefully, potentially great tandem for the Lakers.
Yeah. Let's get this national anthem out of the way, and we'll get underway. All right. So who are we looking for Alma? Who's the contributors that we need to watch out for?
Thomas Alfano was just announced as one of the starters. Josh Elliott, another starter. A couple of those guys. Honestly, there isn't much to know about this Alma team because they haven't played a game yet.
Oh, all right.
They have yet to play a game. They only have, I think, 5 or 6 games scheduled for this season. 2 of them against Mid-Michigan. These teams are going to play again on November 29th at Alma. So there's not much to know about these Scots quite yet. Again, the Alma JV team. We're going to find out.
All right.
So I'm interested, but like we said, I mean, Thomas Alfano, Josh Elliott, a guy I guess I've covered before in previous events. Seth Bradford, he's gonna be good to watch. Kyler Chauvinik is the younger brother of one of my really good buddies, Hunter. So hopefully Kyler can get into the game and make his brother proud. His brother Hunter is an SID over at Madonna University. So Hunter actually used to work at the Loons too. Used to work the TrackMan for the Great Lakes.
Tip for the Lakers.
He wins it easily. Oh.
And we have a stoppage time already. 2 seconds in the game, we have our first whistle. I'm guessing it was a jump ball violation of some kind.
Oh,
and
there you go.
That is what it is.
There you
that's
go.
Going to go to Alma, and now we're underway again.
Real quick, Jaden Sims, DeLon McLeod, Satchel Love, Javel Lewis Jr., and Caden McGillis, your starting 5 for the Lakers.
Ball loose, picked up, pushed ahead, and the layup's going to roll in. That's going to go down for number 22, Caden McGillis. This ball worked around the outside. Now top of the key, drive, kick out. Shot is short, and that's going to be collected by number 4. That is going to be Dylan McLeod. He's going to go flush to the rim, and he'll pick up 2 more.
I'm liking this 4-out look so far by the Lakers. I mean, it promotes excellent ball movement, and you're able to work it inside, and then you have your big man Satchel Love on the wing. 40.
Loose ball on the floor, collected by the Scots. That's number 54, Ryan Young, working hard for that. And he's going to kick it to the edge. From the corner before the shot clock, and that misses everything. That will be a shot clock violation. But no, I agree. The Lakers, they keep rotating those bigs. High, low, high, low. That's going to cause Alma some trouble. They look like they have quite an advantage height-wise over the Scots.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this lineup, Philippos Morikis is the tallest player for Alma.
McLeod on the drive, no good. Rebounded by Lewis. Lewis still tied up by Young momentarily. Lewis's hook shot will be short.
Morikis comes in at 6'6". He's a freshman forward, and it looks like he's on the bench right now. I don't know what any of these guys look like, so we're gonna see. But I mean, he's 6'6". I mean, and at count, there's 3 guys that are taller than that on Mid-Michigan's roster at 6'7", each of them.
Here's McGillis with a drive and a jumper, no good. Tipped away by Lewis, rebounded by McGillis. Back to Sims from the top of the key. Unlucky off the rim. Lewis with the rebound. And Lewis is fouled and 1. I believe that's at least 3 rebounds for Lewis already in the early goings.
Yeah, and that was what, I mean, that's what he's so good at, right? I mean, long arms, uses his height really well, can throw his weight around. I mean, he's a big guy. Lean guy, but he's a big guy. Again, 6'7", 220-pound sophomore out of Lansing.
Try off the rim. Here's McLeod now, back inside to Love. Love turns and faces. He's going to dribble. He goes down low. He's tied up. His shot's going to be no good. Almost rebounded by Lewis again. And then thrown out of bounds by number 30. That's going to be Seth Bradford for the Scots. So that'll be Laker ball. Or it went off of a Laker, excuse me.
Yeah, I think he may have thrown it off McGillis. Trying to see. Yeah, it looked like he may have.
3 of the ball game goes for Alma. But our score is 6-3 here, 17:03 to go. Like I said, already
tying it up and just forcing a turnover, putting in transition. Now the one problem, we're seeing a lot of these shots that they took last year. These shots that the Lakers took last year, that put them into trouble. They're not the best shots, and they're just getting unlucky with some of them. The good shots that they're taking that just aren't falling here in the early going, it should be probably a 10-point game right now.
And that goes down. Satchel Love with his first points of the ball game. Work around, three-point try. That's going to be short, rebounded by Lewis. Here's Sims now on the outside. Sims drives baseline, stops in the paint, kicks it out. He's going to find McLeod top of the key to reset. Here's McLeod now on the drive. Dishes to Lewis underneath. And Lewis with another and one try. We look smart. I shouted out Lewis and McGinn, and he's done nothing but make me look good. So.
Well, that he has, and I mean, he's putting in all that work. I mean, he's already up to 4 points. Make it 5.
Yep, sir. So here's Young now, top of the key. He's going to give way to 32. As I try to learn these Alma players on the fly. That kick out's no good. Picked up by Sims. Ahead to McLeod. McLeod on the drive, and he goes underneath for the deuce. 13-3 now your score here in favor of the Lakers. Corner no good. Rebounded by McGillis. McGillis pushed ahead to McLeod quickly. Here's Lewis. He's going to put it on the floor. Loses dribble. Has nowhere to go. And that pass deflected momentarily, but it does find Sims. Here's Sims now. He's going to drive. Goes underneath the backboard. Can't get it, but Lewis, there again, picks it up, puts it away.
Making you look really good so far. He was throwing down some monster dunks in warm-up, by the way.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed myself until the referees shut that down.
The referee said, please don't do that. And honestly, I got a kick out of it. So, but a heck of an athlete, that's for sure. Now using that full court pressure now.
Here's Lewis for the finish. And called for a foul there. As he fouls Thomas Alfano. So Alfano give away to Scots, and here's Alfano again. He goes to Griffin. Griffin back to Alfano. Alfano looking from the wing. He's going to drive, picks up his dribble in the paint, turns around, shoots, and he'll get it to go. Lucky for the viewers, it's only our clock that you see. The actual game clock is run by professionals. So we have nothing to worry about.
That's a nice shot there from Jaden Sims in the short corner. Just creating his own shot, that's what he's so good at.
Rebound there by number 1. That's going to be Makai McCombs. He's a returner from last season. And they're going to call for a travel.
And again, that's something that the Lakers did frequently last year was just self-inflicted violations, and a travel there, not what the Lakers really wanted or needed. But 19-5 lead, this has been a solid start.
Mental mistakes really plagued the Lakers last year, like you're alluding to. But like you said, though, this is the first one so far. We're 5 minutes into the season. We've only got one so far, so hoping for the long haul at least that's been cleaned up.
Right, and from the sounds of it, that's how the first couple of games went for Mid-Michigan, and Alma coming out in its first game, trying to knock off some of the rust. I mean, that's what Mid-Michigan's trying to do here too, is kind of just a tune-up, if you will, to kind of get ready for the bulk of the non-conference season.
Is that the Lakers seem to be much quicker in pace than what Alma has shown so far.
Well, yeah, as
this ball is fought for, still on the ground. Love trying to get it, he doesn't. Here's Alfano now, he ends up with it. Working from the corner, trying to drive. Dishes it out for a three-point try, that's going to rattle in and out. Rebound, Sims. You love it when the guards go down low to get the big rebounds.
Yeah, and that's wild that guys like that just kind of snakes his way in and scores a rebound. Former assistant coach Taylor Artis here.
Yeah.
His wife and newborn. Absolutely. Big shout out.
Here's Alfano. His pass is going to be intercepted momentarily by Sims, knocked out of bounds.
So like I said, with the Lakers, they're running that kind of 4-out formation, rotating one of the bigs, be it Lewis, be it Love, trying to find a way, rotate the bigs, get a high percentage shot. I'm just trying to get on a beat on what Alma's doing. It looks like it's almost a 5-out. Looks like they're just playing everyone on the outside, which is not something I think I would do against, well, actually, no, I think I would against a team like Mid-Michigan.
Nice baseline drive there by Austin Gibson. Here's Alfano working. Kicks it out. Inside baseline pass. There by Chovanek, no good. Up ahead to Love. Ooh, if he could handle that cleanly, that'd have been a finish. He finishes it anyway. 23-5 your score now. Here's Griffin now. Alfano. Three-point try by, I believe, Brentford. I'll have to wait till I see his jersey number to see if that one. And that's 32, so that's going to go down by Paul Gaddy.
That's the second three-pointer as we have a timeout here. 23-8, 12:21 to go, first half. That's the thing with this formation, this 5-out formation that Alma's trying to run and trying to knock down a 15-foot shot. Again, in a game against a team like Mid-Michigan, as tall as it is, that might work, and obviously it has worked to some degree. But and I guess with each game you file in a different game plan, but outside shooting, I mean, you have to be perfect from outside, and so far Alma hasn't been. It's been good, but not quite to the level that needs to be against a team like Mid-Michigan.
Well, I think that's also kind of the key, right? When you're an undersized team like Alma, you're going to almost be forced to a perimeter type of possession. And like you're saying, if you're in that perimeter type possessions, you have to be able to take those shots. And Alma's made 2 so far, but 2 still sees them trailing 23-8.
Right, 2, but you're also missing probably 6 or 7. A couple of them air balls. Love doing work inside.
Almost gets the reverse layup to go down, rebounded by Young.
He's playing with 2 fouls.
And Gaddy's going to pick up the foul on Ellis.
I think they're going to get Ellis on that. That's one of those. You kind of have to call that against the defender.
Yeah,
that works.
He was still working, so his feet obviously wasn't set. And you're going to be hard-pressed to get a charge call outside the arc anyway.
True.
Here's Young. Working on Love. Drives inside. Almost knocked away by McCombs. Alfano with a triple. He's going to get that from top of the key. Or not Alfano, excuse me. That's Josh Elliott. That's I'm about 30 seconds off the pace, so let me catch that up. Here's Love for a triple. That's going to be short, and that's going to be no rebound. Satchel Love, great player, not the guy you kind of want taking those threes.
The dude is an absolute menace on the inside. 3-point shot, I mean, we saw him try it a couple of times last year. Not a shot, and I think even Coach Caleb House may have pulled him a couple times that he tried to do it. I remember right, maybe not. So please don't yell at me, Coach, if that's wrong.
Here's Young, and that ball thrown out of bounds, and that will be stay with Alma.
I gotta say, it's wild that we're already back to this point.
Yeah.
With Mid-Michigan basketball back on MAC TV.
Here's Alfano. Elliott now. He's going to go to Gaddy. Gaddy works around to Young. Young thought about a triple, covered quickly by Ellis. Young still puts on the floor. In the paint. Tough shot. Gets it to go.
See, you get shots like that, and a shooter like that, that's pretty
Ellis
good.
baseline spin. Couldn't find Lewis. Picked up quickly. Back to Lewis. And another flush.
Hey, your guys in double figures.
Hey, what can I say? I picked good ones.
It's his second long ball of the night.
Gillis inside. Ellis gets it to go. Tough shot. Working on Young, who has 2 fouls, so not much you can do there defensively. Ooh, loose ball. Here's Young now on the wing. Wing working on Ellis again. Goes into McGillis, and they're going to call a foul. I believe that's going to go against McGillis. And it does go against McGillis. So that'll send Young to the line. And I will say, here early, 9:40 to go, Ryan Young has looked impressive for Alma College.
That he has. As he just misses first, but yeah, he has. I mean, he's been their best shooter by far, and 6'5" freshman forward. Yeah, like you said, he's been impressive. Picking up 2 fouls early has kind of limited him in a defensive standpoint.
Both of them.
Here I am gushing about him being their best shooter. But, I mean, overall, he has shot the ball really well.
Here's Ellis down low. Look at Lewis with the putback from behind.
That was cool. Nope, that was cool. That's the bottom line. That was cool.
Nice little reverse putback. Here's Young working on Ellis. Kicks it out top of the key. That shot blocked by Lewis. Did I mention his shot blocking in the pregame?
There's your Nick Toner player of the game, guys.
McLeod for 3, no good off the back of the rim. Loose ball, that's going to be picked up by Griffin. He's going to drive. Looking to go coast to coast.
Oh, no.
Just missed the dunk, deflected by the rim. This is pushed ahead to Ellis. Ellis, he's going to turn, and his layup is going to be no good.
And he's going to get charge call against him.
And Ellis does pick up the charge. Man, if you're Griffin right now, you got to be fired up with yourself for letting the rim deny you there.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is the first team All-American defender there is the orange metal thing, what around the net that's around also from
Griffin
the
picked up
basket.
that loose ball and immediately decided he was going to the rim. He just ended up not making it all the way.
Probably one more step and where it's a totally different moment. But, again, heck of an athlete, man. I mean, he's speedy.
Here's Bradford for a triple and gets it. Well, suddenly it's only a 10-point ball game here.
That's his second bucket of the night so far.
Second triple at that.
Second triple. Timeout.
So Coach House calls a timeout now to try to get his Lakers back on track. Or maybe not. Wait, no, maybe I'm right.
No, I believe that's an Alma timeout. Trying to just settle things down. That's a huge three-pointer. No, this would be a mid timeout. Okay, mid Michigan timeout. Lakers have 5 left. Scots have 3. But anyway, wow. So that's here's the thing. As we talked about in the last timeout, the outside shooting needs to be better. And immediately they turned it on. And like you said, Nick, it's only a 10-point game. A little bit better. Get out and defend them just a touch more because they haven't needed to.
You got to keep the ball in JaVale's hands.
Well, exactly. There you go. Exactly.
I feel like that fixes a lot of problems.
I think that's some really good discipline right there to take that extra dribble.
His triple try. He gets that to go. So you're right. Alma College is starting to spark a fire here behind the arc. Here's Sims, his triple. Just off, rebounded by Alfano. Gets Griffin turned around. McGillis is going to try deep from the wing.
Oh!
All three of those.
So real quick on that last Alma trip, that 7 minutes and change.
That three-point try, no good. That's by Elliott. Here's McLeod. Ahead to Sims. Sims with the reverse. Can't get it to go. He is fouled. Man, would that have been a spectacular bucket.
That would have been. Let's throw a little more spin on it, man. Put a little more English on it, as Coach Bill Raftery famously says. That one's down.
And the first goes down. Caleb House barking orders here to McLeod.
Jaden Sims, a 6'3" guard out of Toledo, transfers from Siena Heights.
And Sims gets the second, so gets them both. Here come the Scots now. Deflected by Love, picked up by McGillis. McGillis now pushing the floor. He thought about a triple.
I'm really surprised he didn't pull it right there.
Here's a baseline drive. That's no good. That baseline drive brought to you by Tate Bestman. Just short.
Foul on number 30, Seth Bradford, his first, team 4.
Foul goes against Seth Bradford, his first team 4.
McGillis makes his first. He is a 6'4" sophomore guard out of McBain. Misses the second, and foul against Satchel Love, his first. Team 5th.
In the game for the Lakers, Makai McComb.
Comes checks back in, and we're back underway.
All
6:40 to go, first half.
Wait, let me start the. Let me just get that clock rolling for you guys at home. Sims with quick hands almost knocks that away from Alfano. Love reaches for it, and he'll knock that out of bounds. That shot no good. Rebounded by Besteman. Here's McLeod into Love. Besteman. He put the shoulder down, goes back to Love. Love tried to finish it, can't. And he'll knock the ball out of bounds. That'll be on the college ball.
That's a good shot there. I mean, just trying to work it inside. I mean, you have your tallest guy against some of their tallest guys. Get on a little bit unlucky at the rim.
Yeah. Here's a drive. That's definitely a walk.
And we're Ooh.
Lakers fouls on Makai McComb, his first.
So no walk. They're going to call that I swear I saw an official do the traveling motion.
I thought I did too, but the official here on our near side immediately gave it the blocking foul, or gave the blocking foul.
Here's Young now on the ball. He's going to turn, working on Love. Works down low. Can't get the shot to go, or he does get it to go. He'll take an and one.
Lakers fouls on Central Love, his second, team 7. That was good by Ryan Young.
So we're starting to see a little bit of a trend here, a little bit of foul trouble, and now Coach Caleb House is speaking with an official trying to plead his case.
That rebound by Love. Quickly out to the cloud.
Still in the game.
Here's Sims. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Scots. That ball knocked away by McCombs. And he'll get the easy finish. Rattles out, rebounded by Love. Gaddy on the shot there. Here's Love inside the Besteman. Besteman working the baseline. Gets another rebound, can't get it, kicks out to Sims. Sims now working the baseline. He goes up strong to the basket.
He can't get it to go. And we'll see what the call is from the official. I believe they're sending Sims to the line.
That falls on Ryan Young, his third.
And that is Young, so that's what, his third now, if I'm correct.
His third foul,
Time for the
team
Lakers.
fifth, and that's 3 fouls against the best player. That's tough.
In the game for the Lakers, Javel Lewis and Nick Alma.
That's his first.
For the Scots, Kyron Griffin.
Young comes out. Griffin will supplant him here. With 5:12 to go first half. Lakers up 41-24. 5:12 to go.
And it makes it bold.
David Sims knocks them both.
Here's Griffin now. Griffin with the drive. Worked by Lewis. Lewis, I think, got a hand on that. And here comes Sims. McCombs now. His shot from the baseline is good.
20-point Laker lead.
Here's Griffin now. Man-to-man coverage here by the Lakers. As that trip is no good. Rebounded by Sims. Sims working the baseline. Finds his way to the rim. Tough shot, can't get it. Hits the bottom of the iron here. Here's Alfano now. Quickly up to McLeod. McLeod with a jump step. Can't get the layup to go. Can't get the rebound to go. That would have been impressive. And McLeod gets the steal. Can't get that shot to go either. And here come the Scots finally. They're going to say foul, no shot. That's going to go against McLeod.
Hey. In the game for the Lakers, Kevin Locke. For the Scots, Tyler Tobin.
Well, our lead's back up to 20. So maybe
On this end of the floor, that's for sure. And forcing Alma into some mistakes as Elliott makes his first of pair.
and he'll make them bold.
He's up 5 points. 18-point game.
Here's Devin Watts now for the Lakers. Over to Sims on the wing, back to Watts.
In these first 2 games, Watts has been a good fill-in guy, good bench player.
That inside of Lewis for another flush.
It's pretty impressive right there, that dunk.
Lewis knocks that ball away. Keeps the shot from going up. Triple try, no good. Rebounded by Lewis. Kicks it up to Watts. I think McCombs thought that was for him there for a moment, or maybe it wasn't. Watts was just there, right place, right time.
It may be. I mean, them 2 guys, that's a good problem to have.
Here's Alfano on the drive. He's going to lose that ball to Sims. Sims ahead to McCombs. McCombs, little jump step, gets the bucket. Nice transition basket there by the Lakers.
And that's something we didn't really see last year. A lot of points got thrown. Oh my!
Injury here, and Lewis is down. Looks like he got undercut on the block attempt. And he gets up on his own accord. I think he's fine. Scary moment here in the courts. He's probably fine today. He'll feel that one tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
He'll probably get a nice strawberry between the shoulder blades.
Maybe need a little bit of extra ice on it, or maybe ibuprofen. I don't know.
That ball inbounded here. That's going to go to Chauvinet. Now Alfano. Finally collected by Watts. Watts with the drive. Loses the ball in the big paint.
That's what I was losing to.
Triple try. Through a lot of traffic. No good. Rebounded by Sims. Here's Sims from the paint. His shot rattles around and falls.
That's just some good touch right there, man.
50 to 26.
And that's already 7 points for Jaden Sims. I'm liking a lot what I'm seeing from Michigan right now.
Griffin on the drive. That pass collected by Watts. Pushed ahead to Sims. Sims down the drive. Finds Elliott. Ellis, excuse me.
Caden McGillis will check in at the next whistle.
Here's Griffin. Goes to Alfano. And Alfano will be fouled by McCombs.
Lakers fouls on McCombs, his second.
Just a minute and change here left in the first half.
In the game for the Lakers, Caden McGillis. For the Scots, Seth Bradford. For the Lakers, Austin Gibson.
And the second is good as well. Here's Watts. There's a familiar face getting ready to check in. I believe it's Asher Vishnu. Here's Watt working around the corner. He'll go to Sims out on the wing. Sims back to the top to Watts. Watts puts it on the floor. He's going to go to the other corner from McGillis. Triple try. And that rattles down.
Another 3 for Caden McGillis.
That was excellent ball movement there by Lakers.
Yep. That is probably the best offensive possession that they've had.
Alfano drives to the wing for the Scots.
That's the best. That last possession was the best one that the Lakers have had in the half court. Oh my!
McGillis with a hot hand. He picks up another 3.
It's already a dozen. Caden McGillis, a guy we didn't really see much of last year. We saw him, I guess, more toward the tail end, but he was just kind of one of those role players, more coming on off the bench. Now he looks like he's the 6th or 7th guy, and he's just burying threes left and right.
Yeah, this timeout by the Lakers would be a 30-second. But yeah, like you said, if this is NBA Jam, he'd have fireballs coming out of his hand.
If only we could see some of those viciously nasty dunks. That would be, I would never forget it, honestly.
Backboard shattering.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to shatter a backboard nowadays with the breakaway rims.
Yeah.
But I have seen a backboard shattered here at Morey Courts at a big game.
If that happens here, I might not come back. That might be the one.
So Alfano loses the ball momentarily. Picked up now by Gibson. Gibson down low. We'll get that to go. Hey, you don't get away with it if it's not called. Here's Elliott now. Alfano in the paint. He goes down low. Baseline shot is good. And that's Chauvinek with the shot there.
Well, already then. That's the first half. It's weird because not much happened in that first half, but there was a lot that happened.
Yeah.
So we'll be back later to tell you more about that first half. Lakers lead it 60-32.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Amy Bunting, and I'm the director here at Morey Courts Recreation Center. Here at Morey Courts, we have 127,000 square feet of fun. We have 4 high school length basketball courts. We have 2 collegiate maple courts, all pickleball, all the things that you can possibly imagine that would be fun for you for recreation or even for fitness. At Morey Courts, when you have a membership here, you have a membership for a fitness center, and we've got McLaren Fitness over on 3 Leaves Drive that's also a part of our memberships. So it's like 2 in 1. Also, you have choices when it comes to purchasing your memberships. Depending on if you're a student or a senior citizen, you may get a discount, or if you're a member of some place that is a corporate partner of ours. Otherwise, you can also choose if you want just weight and fitness or if you want access to the whole shebang. Either way, bring your family down. In fact, once a month, you can come try it out on the first Friday of every month for free, as long as you bring us a non-perishable canned good for our food pantry. In addition, we also like to support the community. We partner with vendors that are local for all the industry that we do business with here. In addition, we have programming that is tying into programs like Transitions That Count, Connections That Count, MMI, and many more. Also, we've got, like I mentioned, a food pantry at the front of house, and we've got a take it or leave it coat and boots rack for our cold weather months in Michigan, which obviously last forever. Morey Courts is privileged to be a hospitality business model. So what we really like to do is bring in Michigan brand basketball and volleyball tournaments, but also brands from all over the region. So we're pretty fortunate to do businesses with entities like Gus Macker, Triple Threat Basketball, Michigan Mystics Basketball, and a lot more. And we're growing. So keep your eyes peeled for all the things that Morey Courts is going to have to offer on the weekends from now on. So if you're so inclined, why don't you check us out on our website? It's brand new, moreycourts.com, or come down. We're at 5175 East Remus Road. We'd really love to see you. My team is amazing, and it's Team Morey that's been keeping this place going. I'm very grateful for them.
I got you something.
What?
And welcome back to Morey Courts here for the second half of the Lakers opening home game here.
For starters is the field goal percentage. You looking at the stats here, Mid-Michigan is shooting at a 56% clip, which one is something, it's astounding, okay? That's astounding, one. Two, it's something we didn't see last year. I keep alluding to that in trying to compare, compare last year's team to this year's team, and that is not something that last year's Mid-Michigan basketball team did often.
They did it in the high 20s, low 30s last year more often than not.
Right, and obviously, that's one half of basketball. But forcing 5 turnovers, which I feel like might be low, but the other staggering number to me is Mid-Michigan is out rebounding Alma 26-10, and that 10 for the Scots is all in the defensive end. 0 offensive rebounds in the first half compared to 7 for Mid-Michigan, which I know it's a 28-point game and it's only 7 rebounds on the offensive end, but I think that might be one of the biggest differences in this game so far.
Of those 7, I bet my guys got 4. I'm just guessing. I don't have the stat sheet right in front of me.
Defensive end and 2 defensive rebounds. I think we're probably going to see more of this in the second half here. Mid-Michigan, actually throughout most of the regular season last year, really struggling to find a win. They got some last year.
Yeah, just missed the postseason. Just missed it.
I think it was only by maybe 2 games, maybe 3 games, maybe 2.
If memory serves me correct, they had a do-or-die game here to get in, and they lost that game, I think, by what was it, 2 points, maybe a point? So I want to say they only missed it by a game.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I think you're right. Trying to look back on it, but anyway, but again, you kind of have to look at the product. You have to look at what we're seeing. I don't want to diss Alma at all. They're playing good basketball. The Scots are shooting the basketball well, distributing it at Michigan. This month, they're gonna play again on November 29th, just down the road. So,
I-27 rivalry, you heard it here first. Although a 60-32 scoreline doesn't leave much room for a rivalry.
It doesn't, but hey, you know what? It's fun. One note I did want to share in speaking about Alma, on the back of their warm-up jerseys they had "Be Like Ty." The turnover. Like I said, Ty Edwards played for the Scots and coached. He died in July, and the Scots wear the shirt, wear the message of "Be Like Ty" in his honor. Very cool message for the Scots to keep close to their hearts this basketball season.
No, that's very good. Thoughts of praise to his family as well for losing a loved one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 30,
And Satchel will make him first.
Did want to thank Dre Chase for sharing that information with us pre-game as the Scots were shooting around.
And missed the second one. Here's Young again. Him and Griffin, arguably the best players here for the Scots so far. And that's going to go off Alfano and into my lap.
Not a bad catch there from Nick Toner. Hey, why don't
with my pamphlet in one hand.
With his lineup in one hand, making the catch. It was smooth. Maybe we'll have to give your beloved Chicago Bears a call.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do some highlight reels for ESPN here. This is how announcers handle the ball, guys. Here's McGillis, top of the key. His stroke still hot.
15 points. That.
All triples, I think.
I think you're right, and that was an absolute dagger of a shot from the top of the key.
And Young's triple rims out, rebounded by McGillis. Here's McLeod. Pushed ahead to Sims. Sims quickly Gets the layup to go. Here's Alfano. 6-0 run here to start the half for the Lakers. Baseline try, and that's no good. Rebounded by Lewis. That'll be number 6 for the big man. Here's McLeod. He drives. His layup. High off the glass, no good. Comes down with it. Is not Love. It looked like it might have been, but it turns out to be Ryan Young instead. Here's Bradford, and he's going to be stripped by McGillis in a whistle.
Lakers foul on Peyton McGillis, his second. Team first.
Quick note on McGillis. He did have a deuce earlier in the first half, so 4 3-pointers already for Caden McGillis as he picks up his second foul of the night. Seth Bradford, if I'm not mistaken, now not a ton of information here, I'm not mistaken, out of Millen Bullet Creek is Seth Bradford. No, he's quite the athlete. I believe he was out of Bullet Creek. So if any Alma fans are watching and know better,
be nice about it.
Yeah, be nice. Be nice. We're trying our best here.
Here's McGillis for a triple from the wing, and hoping he hasn't just cooled down. Maybe that's just a missed bucket.
Well, he did have a guy in his face yet. I don't think he's had a shot contested yet.
And Elliott loses the ball there to McGillis. Here's McGillis running the floor. He's going to put it on the floor. And we're going to see where the foul goes here.
Looks like it's going to be against Ryan Young.
And if that's against Young, that'll be his. Actually, it looks like they're going to call that against Mid, as Alma set them down.
Lakers player control foul on Peyton McGillis, third.
Player control foul. I've not heard that term before.
It's just a charge.
They're just going to call it a charge then.
Yeah, let's call it like we see it here, guys. Come on. No, I'm just kidding. Our
And that triple try, good by Alfano.
Alfano for 3.
Here's McLeod on the drive. He finds an open lane. His left-hand layup, no good. Rebounded by Young.
Our PA man does a great job. I'm just talking a little smack, that's all. He's in on it. It's okay, I promise.
Here's Alfano working on Sims. Now he's Young. Working on Love. Gets around him. And Young denies it. Here's Bradford. His triple try. Gets to go. But what a block by Satchel Love.
He's just swinging his arm like he's playing volleyball almost.
Here's McLeod's layup. Gets it to go. He'll go to the line for the 3-point try.
Let's see who the foul is on. It's be against number 1, Dylan Craig. His first action of the night.
Yeah, I don't recall him seeing him in the first half. So, and he converts, so that'll be a 3-point play there on a drive.
That ball was on Seth Bradford, his second.
Oh, well, there you go.
So that foul goes against Bradford.
That's Bradford's second. Yeah, I was going to say it. Craig was not on the floor at the inbound, and the official noticed it on the scoreboard. Made it right. Nice drive there by Gaddy. That's his 8th point of the night.
That shot no good. Ooh. Hard rebound on the crowd. And he'll be helped up as he shakes off a little bit of a... There's got to be a little pain involved falling like that.
Just a little bit.
Ryan Young, his 4th.
They're tough athletes for sure, no doubt in that, but hitting hardwood doesn't feel good ever.
So non-shooting foul. This one's going against Ryan Young, his 4th. That is a big development for the Scots. He's been their best shooter.
He's also been the most aggressive player. You could see that with the fouls. So kind of a double-edged sword when you play with that kind of aggression.
Right. And he's right now on the wrong end of that double-edged sword, but he's also with the team.
Gets that ball in. Tries look at the Sims picked up by Alfano. I'm going to call a foul here.
That was wrong. He is not the leading scorer and it's Thomas Alfano. 12 points.
Here's McLeod now. He's going to go inside to Ellis. Here's Sims. Sims working inside in the paint. His jumper no good. Falls short. Alfano with the rebound.
Yeah, I know.
Alfano quickly to Griffin. What a look that is. Griffin with the layup. Can't get that to go. Denied by the rim on a dunk attempt in the first half, and short with the layup here for Griffin on the breakaways. Here's Love. McLeod now top of the key. Heel drive. Turns, doesn't have it. Goes to Love. Love with the flush. Things you love to see. Flush finishes by the Lakers.
This is a full timeout.
15:33 remaining. Full timeout for the Lakers.
This was, and this is exactly what we saw in the first half. We're just seeing more of it. Mid-Michigan coming out again, just playing its own brand of basketball, and a brand of basketball that if you're talking about a brand of basketball that it relies on the three-point shot, similar to what we see in the NBA or even some college, top D1 college teams. That's not sustainable, I think, and that's why you see. That's why in those seasons are quite a bit longer. But this is a fun to watch.
This big team has come out and it is, like you mentioned, sluggish maybe a little. A lot of turnovers. Didn't really take care of the basketball. This year, I can't recall only the one really foolish mistake, and that was a travel in the first half.
Right, and shuffling the feet just a little bit, that happens, but
Alfano shot no good, rebound on the Lewis.
And things like that happen, and that just kind of comes down.
And Ellis can get tied up and get called for the travel.
And House is asking for about a deflection, not so much, so a good call there on the travel. 15-10 to go.
Here's Alfano for the Scots. And that ball knocked away from the crowd, but that's going to go right back to the Scots. Here's Griffin on the wing. Griffin working on Ellis. He'll drive, he'll pull up. That shot short. Rebound loose. It's going to pick it by the toes, and McLeod wrangles it eventually. And McLeod with the drive. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by McLeod. And he'll try one more time and he'll get this one again. At first, he don't succeed. Try again.
And try again and try again. But see, that stretch pass, no good on the three. That's the kind of turnover, that's the kind of mistake we saw last year. That has been cleaned up.
And McLeod with the triple.
That's an even dozen for McLeod.
How many double-figure Lakers we have now at this point?
Let me check on that. I got 3. I have McGillis with 12, JaVale Lewis with 15, and now McLeod with 12.
That shot good for the Scots.
That's 24, Josh Elliott.
24, Josh Elliott. And Lewis with the rebound. Rebounds, man. That wouldn't have happened if you don't get the offensive board.
Exactly. And McCombs after his dunk.
McComb will foul Bradley. Ryan Young back on the floor for the Scots with 4 fouls. Be curious to see if he still plays that aggression that he's had, or if he's going to take a little bit off and try to stay in this game for the long haul.
We'll see. I mean, Coach Mike Fitzpatrick kind of, I don't want to say rolling the dice, but trying to get his star player in there as long as he can. Again, these teams will face off again November 29th in Alma, just down the road here from Morey Courts. Should be a good game.
Morey gets shot no good. There's Clark. Or Young again. Yeah, Clark.
You know what? Again, it's our first game back too. So
Right,
we're
right.
good. Shot clock violation there against the Scots and the Lakers will take back over. 12:47 to go. Second half, Lakers leading this one, going away 78-44.
Players here. Here's Sims for three. He'll get that to go. What a shot. The drive, block, gives way to Sims. Here's Sims. He's driving. Sims in the paint, kicks it out. Ellis. Ellis now, he'll drive. Ellis goes to the hoop, too strong. Lewis almost with the rebound. That'll go out of bounds. That'll be Scott's ball.
In the game for Lakers, Tate Besterman.
Besterman checks back in. (81:46), 12 minutes to go. Here at Morey Courts.
There's Alfano, he goes back to Young. Gaddy now. Puts on the floor. Back to Gaddy on the wing.
Again, that 5-out look.
Yeah, I thought that was a palm ball. Didn't want to say it, but I did. It was a high dribble down the wing.
Austin Gibson.
Austin Gibson checks in, number 11. Getting a little bit of playing time. You know, it's weird. You don't see a carry called very often in college basketball. You don't really see it called. Oh,
Gibson goes to Bestman. Bestman does all he can to save it. Goes right to not far to Young.
And then turnover. That's just kind of going a little, just one step too fast.
Bestman inside the Ellis, no good, knocked away by Young. Here's Young, dribbled it off his knee, still has it. Young now drives into the paint.
We'll get a timeout here. Lakers leading this one.
This is a foul.
Big. They'll have two. The Scots will have two left. 10:54 to go. Quick scoreboard update here in the Mount Pleasant area. Central Michigan, across the street at Kelly Shorts, not playing good football tonight. Down 21-7 against Buffalo in Wednesday night action. Middle of the second quarter. Some other games around.
Man, I feel like a bad alum. I didn't even know they were home tonight.
Oh, trust me. The problem with the MAC is, I don't want to say it's a problem. I love it. I love Wednesday night action. I love Tuesday night action. It's unique. It gives college football variety, and hey, it gives us more football every night.
Sure, yeah, exactly.
Some other scores around the area. Not a ton of great D1 college basketball games going on. LSU playing against Kansas City down in Baton Rouge, 12-7 in the early going. Seton Hall on Monmouth, 7. Tate Besterman with a nice flush.
Rebound collected by the Scots, 44 Chauvinette. And that doesn't go out of bounds. And that's going to be Scott's ball.
Real quick around the rest of the MAC. Northern Illinois trails Western Michigan 7-3, middle second quarter. Kent State up on Bowling Green toward the end of the first half, 14-0.
Young shot no good. Almost stole that away from Watt from behind. Here's Besterman on the drive. His layup no good. Rebounded by Young. Young finds Alfano. Alfano working on McCombs. Just short, gets his own rebound. Now working on Watts. Throws it across court to Bradford. And running away, no good. Rebounded by Watts. Here's Besterman inside Ellis. Ellis turns. High hook shot, gets it to go.
I'm liking the ball movement.
Yeah. 3-point try good. That's going to be Bradford.
14 for Seth Bradford.
Here's the Combs. Almost showing a full court press here in the last minute or so. Here's Al. Here's Alfano, his drive. Knocked away, out of bounds.
For the Scots, Josh Elliott.
There's our first sight of Asher Visman, Central Montcalm Green Hornet. Great story on him.
Pass it all the way.
Yeah, we're How about that? The journalist is non-biased. Nice long three-pointer there.
Nice shot by Josh Elliott there.
He's up to 11 on the night. And I was right, Seth Bradford.
Down the foul in the game for the Lakers.
There by Besteman and McLeod.
On the foul.
That's 14 for Don McLeod. And it's
Bishman with the steal. He'll go coast to coast when we get to there.
boy, Asher Visman. Nice steal and a layup. Sister Bailey actually plays now on the women's team. Transferred in from Northwood.
That shot good by Young.
Now Young up to 8 points. Zone defense for the Lakers here in these last couple of possessions.
Besteman takes a hard foul down low. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair.
On the foul line, Ryan Young, his fifth.
Ryan Young has fouled out of the ball game.
Team fourth.
So he'll exit and Taran Griffin will come in to replace him.
The line for the Lakers.
Seems to be some confusion.
Besteman makes the first. As long as the confusion doesn't come from this particular table,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
There's enough confusion here. We don't need more.
Yeah, well, yeah. Tate Besteman, 6'7", forward, 185 pounds, freshman out of Rudyard, excuse me. And he makes both his free throws. He's up to a half dozen.
Lakers on their way to the century mark here.
Jaden Pruitt, younger brother of Noah Pruitt,
There you go.
star guard from last year's Mid-Michigan team. Not quite wearing his brother's number, but checks into the game for the first time.
Rebound by Love. Pushed ahead McLeod. Here's Pruitt. McLeod goes back to Love. Love with the drive. Makes some space for himself. Gets the layup to go.
That's a love up to 11.
Gillis with the rebound. McLeod in the lane. Finds Pruitt. Pruitt with the finish.
There you go. Making the most.
Griffin for three. Rattles them out. This one is the rebound.
Jaden Pruitt making the most of his opportunity here tonight. Asher Visman doing the same thing.
Here's McLeod. What a stop step.
Oh my goodness! 16 points for DeLon McLeod. That moves him in front for the Alma Scots. Been impressive.
So as far as I think with Alma, like they could shoot. It's just they don't have the volume to keep up with a game like this.
Correct.
They've made plenty of 3-point tries. It's just
Nice shot from Asher Visman. That's 4 points for him. Yeah.
need more possessions maybe.
Well, yeah, and they need a couple more possessions. They just need to
Alfano in the lane.
get hotter early. Uh-oh. He grabbed his knee instantly.
In the game for Alma, Paul Grady. For the Lakers, Kevin Watson.
So that's 17 for Alfano, but I mean, he grabbed his right knee and
He's rubbing his
instantly.
calf. He must have cramped up. We're hoping it's just.
We're hoping it looks like he can move it around, so hopefully he's all right.
The beat triple try. We'll catch all those.
I don't think they did. I'm trying to think about it.
And that shot no good by Griffin, rebounded by Watts.
Game program flying around like it's nothing.
Bisman around to McGillis. Quick ball movement here by the Lakers. McGillis drives baseline, spins, looks. Draws the contact, takes the shot, don't get the fall. We'll see what the call.
And the game for the Lakers.
Looks like it's going to be an offensive foul against McGillis. Or he must have stepped out of bounds. One of the two. I don't see a foul being marked on the scoreboard, so it must have been out of bounds.
Must have. 40-point game, less than 5 minutes to go.
Here's Elliott. Goes back to Griffin. Griffin for three. High shot off the rim, no good. Elliott had the rebound momentarily. But then Bisman does grab it.
Lakers fouls on Devin Watts, his first.
Watts picks up his first foul. Here's Griffin. His shot rattles in and out. He is showing a frustrated silhouette as he has not had the shooting night I'm sure that young man wants.
Hasn't even, and that's, again, I mean, that's what happens. You play that 5-out look, you're not going to get those high percentage shots, so sometimes it's just not going to fall your way.
Here's Elliott now. Griffin again. Griffin working on Besman. His shot again doesn't fall down. More frustration.
League, they're going to get Asher Bisman on the foul.
Fouls on Austin Gibson, his first.
Austin Gibson on the foul.
At the line for the Scots, Byron Griffin.
So Griffin will go to the line here, 102.62. And he'll make the first.
And that is his first bucket of the night, first point. Makes them both.
Byron Griffin makes them both.
And timeout called by the Lakers. Coach House must have something he wants to talk about.
Lakers timeout. This is a third.
Both teams will have 2 timeouts potential. And you know what? I think we'll find out more from Coach Caleb House after the game. He'll stop by for a post-game visit here with us, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, no, I think they've been, like we mentioned at halftime, they were shooting 51% at halftime. They've only probably maintained that or improved here in the second half, or at least they're at least still above 50%. You got to believe. So
Exactly,
if
and
this Laker team could shoot 50% every game, I like our chances. If we could shoot 40% every game, I like our chances.
right, absolutely. I mean, average is, it's somewhere around 35% maybe, or 38% I think is average. So shooting 56% from the field in the first half, that's pretty remarkable. Being able to come back and do that again.
Here's Watts. Can't get his finish. Pruitt tries again. He gets it to go.
Another bucket.
Watts slow to get up. And he will go back down. We're hoping he's okay.
He's also rubbing his left leg, lower leg.
But no, like you're saying, I think if this game is any indication of the rest of the season, and obviously they're going to face tougher competition when they get in conference and teams that know who they are, right? You're sure you're going to have better competition there. But this is not a bad showing. I don't recall them beating Alma this handily last season in the beginning of the year.
No, Mid-Michigan won that game last year, 85-78.
Right, so that was, a much closer contest than what this is tonight.
It really was, and I mean, if you look back through the early portion of the schedule, I mean, Michigan did not have an offensive output quite like this. I mean, so far at Czech, the closest Mid-Michigan got to 100. Yeah, for overtime victory over the Raiders. 3-pointer for Chauvinek. Hey Hunter, what's your brother?
Back to Chauvinek. Another triple. Just short.
So that's one thing I'm really interested in hearing from Coach House is
Threw it to Visman. Visman for 3.
for the Green Hornet. Like I said, that's going to be one thing I'm interested in hearing from Caleb House is what's different. I mean, 2 games. The first 2 didn't really go their way, but they were in them both.
As Griffin's shot goes off the top of the backboard, no good.
That bounced off of a lot of stuff. Watts already checking back into the game. Looks like he's a little bit ginger on that leg, but he's back in, so he's doing okay.
Here's Pruitt on the drive. He gets it to go. A lot of minutes here late for the substitutes here for the Lakers, but you wouldn't know it because they're playing just as well.
They are. They're shooting the basketball pretty well. This is pretty cool to watch.
So if this depth is anything that we can look forward to, this is going to be maybe a stronger team than what we anticipated.
Exactly. Again, and I think we'll kind of quick shot there.
Watch by the table, because that's what I mean.
Finally up to 5 points. Well, we're kind of sticking with this pretense or this narrative that we're kind of comparing this team to last year. This is all we know so far.
Here's Griffin now.
See, told you, athlete, nice move.
Chauvinek. Elliott, so good. Rebounded by Watts.
So we'll keep seeing. We'll see if Mid can keep improving on its and resting on its laurels of ball movement, working the basketball around, working it inside. Shot there by Watts. His first field goal, his first bucket of the night, off the bench. He's got 2 points. 41-point lead, a minute to go.
Griffin with another 3. That rattles in and out. Almost rebounded by Pruitt, picked up by Elliott. He'll turn and fire the 3. That's short. Goes right into Bestman's hand. He's going to give way to Watts. Here's Watts with the left hand. Underneath the rim, no good. Chauvinek saves it for going out of bounds. He'll bring it up court now for the Scots. Fishman covers. That ball saved. Inside. Quick ball over here by Alma College. There's Chauvinek for 3. He'll get it to go in the final seconds of the half.
Oh boy, that's 8 points for the young Chauvinek.
Here's Watts. About 5 seconds different on the shot clock and the game clock. Bestman now. Bestman inside. Thought about the dunk, went for the layup instead.
He's got 8 points. Just an overall solid performance, and Griffin throws it off of the official.
So mental lapse here by Griffin.
18 seconds left. This will be the final possession of this game. Asher Visman dishes it off to Devin Watts. Mid-Michigan playing one of its best games in long recent memory to earn a 113-72 victory over the Alma College Scots. Lakers get their first win at the final buzzer.
This Laker team looks to be exciting, so if you're watching, stick around. We'll have Coach House here momentarily, hopefully.
He promised. We'll see handshakes going on here on the far side from us. So we'll either be back with Coach House or be back just with us. You're watching Laker basketball on MAC TV.
Yep. And we're back.
Welcome back to Morey Courts. I'm Austin Chastain from MAC TV, along with Jacob Thielen, one of the athletic specialists here at Mid-Michigan College, recapping a 113-72 win for the Lakers men over the Alma College JV Scots. Jacob, you were here. You watched this thing with us. Watched it unfold. This was one of those kind of games that Mid-Michigan kind of really needed to get off the bat and got their first win here tonight.
Yeah, no, it was really nice, especially getting to see Coach House dive into his bench a little bit, get some of those guys some time that might not have seen a ton of time on the floor this first weekend. So just really getting to see a mix of players. I thought the intensity was pretty good. They came out firing on all cylinders. The offense I thought looked really good. So it was just like you said, one of those games you really need to just try to get yourself right.
Absolutely, and like you said, being able to dive to the bench, having some guys that, like you said, aren't necessarily going to see playing time right away, get those valuable minutes of game experience, and again, the offensive point of Mid-Michigan shooting 59% from the floor. That's not something we saw last year. Quite frankly, 59%, that is staggering. As Nick alluded to earlier, that's better than they shot in the first half. Actually, quite frankly, looking at it, 63% in the second half alone. But it's not like you're going to come out and shoot 59% or 55% every night. But we talked about a little bit on the broadcast is that the brand of basketball to work their way to 59% up from the floor, it's a brand that's sustainable. It's something that Mid can do quite a bit. I talked a lot there, but
no, yeah, the height advantage. They definitely took advantage of that. Bringing in like Tate, Nick Ellis, and then obviously having JaVale back, Satchel. You got guys that are 6'6", 6'7". At the community college ranks, having 4 guys that are that long and lanky, it's just really unmatched. And especially you play some of these other teams that they just like Alma tonight. I think that they only had 1 or 2 guys over the height, like 6'3" or 6'4". So just having that size advantage was huge. And obviously Coach House likes to get out and run. They like to score a lot of points. So yeah, they really took advantage of the height disparity, and they got out in transition. And I thought the offense looked really good.
Yeah, and last year's team did a lot. What we saw tonight, very few turnovers, not many mental mistakes. Mid had one on the far end, just right here at midcourt, but McLeod was able to just reel it in and ended up with a layup, easy layup. Those kinds of things is what led to, I believe it was the 8-20 record last year. 1-2 now. Obviously, a lot of basketball to go. We're only here in the first couple of days in November, but this is kind of exciting to see. This is the first time that Michigan didn't even hit the 100-point mark last year. Got close, but not quite. This has got to be pretty exciting to watch.
Absolutely. I think what helps a lot too is having some of those COVID third years, a lot of experience on the court. Guys like Satchel, JaVale, Asher, guys that have been here for 3 years that just they're always talking on the floor. I don't know how well you can hear over here on the broadcast, but over there at the table, you can hear Asher hollering out, talking to his guys when there's screens coming up on him. JaVale, Satch, obviously getting on each other when they have to. Just very good communication. I think that having those third-year guys, I think, is going to be very, very important for developing those first-year guys and second-year guys and stuff like that, so they can all kind of take that next step too.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, recapping 113-72 victory for Mid-Michigan College over Aquinas. Jake, I think that covers everything. Is there anything that you wanted to add about tonight's performance that stood out in your mind?
No, not necessarily. I just think that, like we talked about, it's really nice to get an emphatic win under your belt, especially early on in the year. Like I said, these guys look like they're kind of getting themselves right. I talked to all of them today at the study table as I brought them up one by one, asked them how the weekend went, and they said, not bad, could have been better. We're going to get it right. And they definitely did.
They did in a big way, and they'll have another opportunity to make it right again. Go trying to get back to the 500 mark Saturday at 3 p.m. against the Community Christian Lions on the road. Next home game Wednesday 7:30. No, 7 or 7:30.
7 o'clock single header.
Ah, see, thank you. See, he's the guy for that. 7 o'clock against the Aquinas JV squad, the Saints coming up from Grand Rapids. So will I.
Right.
Not too far away from where I live, but anyway, the Aquinas Saints in here on Wednesday. We'll have it for you here on MAC TV. For Nick Toner, Jacob Thielen, I'm Austin Chastain. Thank you for tuning in. We will talk to you again when we meet again.